Okay, that is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, a super jazzy arrangement from Big Time Christmas. That's a Nancy and Randall Faber level 4 book. Big Time means level 4. So this is definitely intermediate level. This is a great piece. I love that they really do some different things with Rudolph. People play Rudolph a lot over the holidays, and you hear it in a lot of Christmas recitals. And so for advancing students to get an opportunity to do something a little showy with it is great. And this has a little jazz, a little blues, and it starts off sounding more traditional, so you get that element of surprise as well once you get to the ninth measure and the kind of jazzy part starts, so it's really fun. So one of the features of this piece is a lot of seventh chords, and that's what one of the main things that makes it have that kind of jazzy sound is the harmony is not just a basic 1-4-5 type of thing. We get some sevenths. So right here, we're starting off with a series of seventh chords, and these just are descending. We start off with an F major 7, and then we have an E minor 7, and a D minor 7, and then a C major 7. Not the full seventh chord. We're not playing the third. We're leaving that out, so it's more of an open sound. It's a little bit easier to manage all of those notes that way, so just 3 notes at a time. Just the first, fifth, and seventh, the F, E, D, C, and repeating that pattern as we're naming the rest of the reindeer here. I don't remember all the names. And this is a parallel harmony there. On the dominant G. We're in the key of C major, by the way, ending on the dominant just to set us up for the main part of the song. Now, all of this rhythm is pretty standard. This is not really swing yet. It's just the typical rhythm that matches the words. You know, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. Don't remember the rest of the names, so I'm not even going to try, but that's just the standard rhythm. Now, when we just ended at measure 8, and so now when we get into measure 9, we have the notation next to the word brightly. It says a pair of eighth notes should be played as a quarter note, eighth note triplet, and that's just telling you to swing the eighth notes. Now, a lot of the rhythms in this piece are actually written as dotted eighth, 16th, which that has a swing sound to it anyway. So you don't have to swing everything, like it's kind of written in for you a lot of the times, but any place where there is just a pair of eighth notes, you do need to swing that. It's pretty easy to do because you're already playing in a swing style with the dotted eighth, 16th, and so you're just keeping on with that. Now, when we get to the main part of the song, the Rudolph part, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that part, we're still playing those same seventh chords. We're just reversing the order. We're starting with the C major 7th, then the D minor 7th, and then way up to the F, and then the E minor 7th. So it's the same 4 seventh chords you were playing in the intro, just in a different order, and they sound great. They're adding this really nice thick texture under the melody. Not what you typically hear, and so some people might kind of balk at this and be like, I think that's a little much for me. It might be just a little too much harmony and unexpected, I don't know, rich sound or lush sound that they're not really comfortable playing because they can't really tell if they're playing the right notes or not. That's understandable. That happens. It might be too much too soon, but a lot of people are going to love this because they're going to love the sophisticated sound and the jazzier sound. And I mean, a lot of my students can't wait to get to music like this because it sounds so polished and like their ultimate goal, which is to play jazz or play music that people are like going crazy over, So this is really exciting. A couple other things in this piece that are kind of nice is, let's see, at an unexpected melody note. So over at measure 32, it looks like it's at the bottom of the second page. We're kind of in this section going, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? That's really great. I love that flat third, sleigh tonight. It's not expected at all. It's usually sleigh tonight is so happy, and this is sleigh tonight. So that's kind of fun. Really play that one up. And then, of course, as you heard, the ending is fantastic. There's just some fun stuff going on at the ending. After the chorus ends, you'll go down in history. We return to the intro, like the reindeer naming part, for a second. And then some triplets, just to get us down to the dominant 7th chord, the G7. So we can set up this little part, which I love it. It's like da 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 da. It's kind of like na 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 na. I love that. And then rest on the dominant, the Gs, while you start a series of triplets on the dominant. Again, a G, triplet, 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 tonic, tonic. This last triplet is just to condense a little bit so that rhythmically we end up on the C on the next downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that completes that final measure so that it sounds complete. It's one of my favorite parts of the piece, so I love that triplet scale going up at the end and ending with that little bit of chromaticism. It's just really fun, and it's one of my favorites. I always look forward to having some students that are ready to take on this piece because they love it and they love sharing it with their friends and family. It's a great recital piece. This is a good one to put towards the end, especially if maybe you don't have a lot of really advanced students, but you do need a good crowd pleaser and showstopper at the end. This is a great one for that. So I hope you give it a try, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching.